afternoon, everyone. We are Normal One, and our report is all about home economics. So this is our objective. So first, we have to define home economics in other terms, familiarize the different tools and equipment for cooking and baking, present video in making bread and pastry, discuss history in baking, identify different baking ingredients, present and bake, products of bread and pastry for sale, food preservation and plastic recycling. Okay, so what is home economics? Home economics is a field of study that focuses on developing knowledge and skills needed for everyday living, including managing the home, family resources, food, clothing, health, and relationships to improve quality of life. So, in other words, home economics is a field of study that teaches us the practical life skills needed in living. For example, when we learn how to cook food, balance save money, or clean our house properly, we are already applying home economics. Okay, so these are the important home economic terms. Okay, first we have nutrition. Nutrition is the study of food and how it affects health and growth. For example, knowing that eating fruits, vegetables, and other green nutrition helps our body healthy, and also knowing that eating junk food that will help our body will make our body healthy. The next one is the meal planning. So organizing meals to ensure balanced nutrition and proper budgeting. For example, you are planning your breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the whole week, so it helps the family save money and eat balanced meals. The next one is food safety. So proper handling, preparation, and storage of food to prevent illness. For example, you are washing your hands before cooking and keeping cooked food covered to prevent germs. The next is budgeting. Okay, planning how to spend and save money wisely. For example, if you have 100 pesos allowance, then you decide how much you will spend on food and how much you will save. Okay, so that's all for my report, and the rest will be.
So the next reporter. So my part is consumer education. So consumer education is learning how to make smart choices in buying goods and services. So when we talk about consumer education, we should know how to budget our money or know how your rights about buying things and like that. So next is the family resources. So next, family uses such as time, money, skills, and energy. So this is essential for the family because family needs time, money. That includes you should have skills in order to have money and also energy for you to have a family resources. So next. So next is personal hygiene. So personal hygiene processes that keeps the body clean and healthy. So we should know this important. This is also important for us because personal hygiene is a must. Because without personal hygiene, many people will be disgusted or malaise from consuming smells like that. And that thing is important. Also, next is household management, organizing and maintaining the home efficiently. So you should learn about how to manage your household, organize it, to have a better place. Then next is clothing and textile. Study clothes, fabrics, and other clothing there. So that will be all. Thank you.
applies also fish from the bone to the meat. Next one is mass scale. So it is used to measure mass of ingredients, can be operated manually or digitally. So this mass scale is used to measure the one na ini pang data. So it's used to measure the butter para kuha na to kung sa kadako ng ato ang butter ini pang data o pan. So next is measuring cup. So it's used to measure width and dry ingredients. So kani siya nga measuring cup is for liquid. Then laki ko siya nga measuring cup nga sa dry ingredients. Next one is measuring spoon. So are used to hold specific amount of dry and wet ingredients varying in size from a dash to 1 tablespoon or 15 ml. So kani kinadakan mo ni siya ang 15 ml. Then mo na ang 1 spoon, 1 teaspoon din. Wani ang 15 ml, wani ang 15 ml. Kung mag-teaspoon. Dili ka mo gamit o kuan mo ni siya 15 ml. So next is colander. So a bowl strainer with holes is used to drink foods such as pasta. So as you can see, any strainer person na natin magamit every mag 1,000 pasta. Hindi na birthday ba magamit din natin yung colander. Next one is fish or wire web. So consists of loops of stainless steel wires fastened to a handle. It used to beat, fold, blend, and web ingredients. So this is the wire. So magamit nato ni di ba ni sister nga mag-data. So magamit nato ni para i-beat ang egg and also the other ingredients. Next is the tongs. Are used to lift, turn, and transfer food. So this tongs is used in kuan na sa kanang inihaon na nato ang i-bake. So magamit nato ni siya para mabali ang kung sa bread bag magamit nato siya mabali o sa anang magsubat na magamit. Next one is snack pot. So it's a cylindrical, deep, heavy, bottom, straight side pot for preparing, cooking, and storing stuff, soup, and stove. So this is the snack. Next one is soy pan. So familiar naman mo sa soy pan, no? It is a medium deep pot with a flat bottom, commonly used to make sauce and gravy. So this kani magkatong kuan ni yuban kay gamit kay siya para pagbuhat na mo sauce. Gamit kay siya para filling sa amang bread. Gamit kay siya. Next is casserole. So casserole or sa to pa caserola. It's an oval or sided or round dish or pan made of stainless steel, ceramic, or glassware, food may be cooked and served. Next one is roasting pan. It is a large rectangular pan, often with a lid and a meat rack. It's used to roast meat and fish. So, pwede na ito siya gamitin ini magkuan taong kuan taong din ka ng magba or isa. Next is spatula. So, kapala naman mo sa spatula, no? So, it is a both flat, flexible paper with and sharpened edge used for spreading and smoothing, icing or cakes, mixing ingredients, lifting and flipping and crafting bowls. So this is used for icing. So katong kami ni Ruben guys, dili ka na ang ginamit. Gamit na lang siya para katong sa pag-mix sa ingredients o pag gamit kaniya gamiton para ibutang nato at other sizes. Then na siya mga size. It is metal or glass. This hoop pan usually of different size, shape, and design used to bake cakes. So one is a cake pan. Next is cast iron skillet. It is a heavy, thick bottom frying pan used when steady and even heat is ended in cooking. So kung ano yung mga nawala. Kung di ba sa tuwa kay kung kuan inani naman ang kulitanan. So tapos siya inani ng kulitanan. So next is peeler. Used to peel off or remove skin of the fruits and vegetables. So only a peeler, so wala ka. Next is buster. So it used to moisten the surface of meat, pan dripping sauce or butter. So magamit na to siya, hindi na to iikay. Sa kung mag-bread ka, iniguman na to o kanang kulma-kulma sa itong bread. So butangan din natin ng butter sa babaw para ulit kayo para mumumot siya. Tapos ulit oil at ibutang sa babaw sa itong butter. Ano yan to gamiton? Oo.
Pastry brush.
First ang brush, bitaw na lang.
Ang wala ka daw, idahilan lang, may katungkuan sa saging.
Oo.
Pwede ito sa pita.
Uy!
Pero kadali, kasi para sa alam mo. Kaya balik na master na kung down sa pero kani, gamit kayo siya. Kung hindi siya iita, pag-ita, please down sa akin na kung gamitin na. Pero hindi siya gamitin. Hindi siya gamitin sa pag-ita. Hindi pag-ita o bread. Kani siya ang gamitin para sa oil na to o sa butter. Para i-spread siya sa mga sa so next is bottle or can opener. Used to open food, tin, preferably with smooth operation and comfortably grip and turning knob. So, ano ang usually, magamit na ito siya mag-isip na o gamit sa luang next is cutting or chopping board. So, it's a durable board on which food may be cut and chopped. So, wala kayo lang sa chopping board, ano siya? So, next is pitcher and or shaker. So, it is a container with holes, the right holes, that is used to hold flour, herbs, salt, pepper, and other same ingredients that are sprinkled on foods that are being prepared. So, this is the shaker or pitcher. So, magamit ko siya. Usually, sa kumakitan sa manang sa usually lang ginagawin para sa sugar. Di ba?
Paminta.
Dahil sa awan ko sa manan o sa so, bilang ginanilang kanan. Next is flipper. It's used to flip or turn and lift pancake, fillets, patties, and other kinds of foods while frying and cooking. So, flipper. So, mana siya. Next is funnel. It's used to pour without pellets, liquid, or small grain ingredients into container with small opening. So, it is a funnel. Usually, magamit na po siya nagnatay tindahan. Magamit niya po naman siya kung hindi talaga na mayaw po ang mga liquid kuha. Iiyaw po naman siya sa patel. So, magamit niya po naman siya. Next is grater. It's used to grate, shred, and slice foods such as carrots, cabbage, and cheese. So, ngunit ang gamiton hindi mag-grate sa ato ang carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
Yes. Next is oven. So, it is thermally insulated chamber used for baking and cooking. It can be electric oven, gas oven, or microwave oven. So, this is the oven. Next is blender. So it used grains, hair, blends, meats, whips, pure and liquefy different kinds of food. And last one is rolling pin. So, a rolling pin, magamit ko na ito siya mag-kwanta ka lang sa 5,000 water. Iyaso siyang i-flat para mag-fishing ka. So, magamit na ito ang rolling pin. It is essential for rolling pie, pastry, sugar, cookie dough, and bread dough. There are two basic types of rolling pins, dolly and ball bearing. A rolling pin is a proper taking care of should not like that.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will be discussing the origin and evolution of baking. So baking began during Neolithic era around 10,000 BC or before Christ. When early humans learned to grind grains and mix them with water to form simple dough. This dough were shaped into flat cakes and cooked on hot stone or coals. This marked the earliest form of bread and baking. So, ang baking is nag-start siya into Neolithic era nga ang people is nag-learn of how to grind grapes. Then, ang ilang pag-bake is they only use stones para naka-bake of cake. Sa ilang pagluto is nag-use lang sila of flat stones nga ilang ipatong sa malalim. And then, ang ilang ginagamit pag-pour sa cake is stone na gihapon. Then, ang ilang ginagamit pag-grain is stone. So, sa ilang baking, they only use a stone. As time passed, baking advanced significantly in ancient Egypt around 3,000 BC. Egyptians discovered the use of yeast, which allowed bread to rise and become lighter and softer. They also developed primitive ovens, improving baking efficiency and consistency. Baking became an important industry and spread as a staple food in Egyptian society. So in this era, is nag-use na ang Egyptian o kanang yes, ginagamit nila para tubo ang dough. And then, maging softer siya kay kung sa Neolithic era is water lang ang ilang ginagamit. And also, in this era is make na food sila and make sila of oven para ilang gamiton sa pag-create of cake. In this era is bread is a staple food in their society. So sa Neolithic era is ang baking is ilang ginaano for survival. And for this era is for staple food. Next is baking occurred in ancient Greece and Rome around 600 BC onwards. The Greeks introduced oven which allowed better control of heat. The Romans professionalized baking by establishing baker's guilds such as the Cicerone and opening public bakeries. So, sa ancient Greece and Rome, kani nga era is nag-create na dun sila o kanang place nga para na sila place na gamiton for baking. Katong una is nala sila sa gawas. So, dito nga era is dili na po nagsugod o kanang
ga-establish sila o kanang mga bakeries para na sila kanang palitanan o mga pan or cake. This is the traces on where the baking came from, the evolution of baking from the Neolithic eras, simple flat cakes on hot stone, to ancient Egypt, yes, leavened bread and early ovens, and finally to ancient Greece and Rome, includes ovens and professional guilds. It shows how baking advanced from a basic survival to an organized industry. So, sa Neolithic era is for survival lang dun nila ang baking hanggang sa ancient Greece, Rome is ilahan na yung ginagamit ang baking for ng ilahang pagbaligya. That's all for my We have it the medieval, early modern period. In Middle Ages, baking became a significant cultural event with honey as a main sweetener and new pastries. So sa Middle Age, ang kaning magluto og pan or pastries, dili lang kami mga trabaho sa balay. Dili siya ordinaryo nga trabaho sa balay o dili na yung usa ka haligi sa kultura. Atong panahon na ang pagkaon na yung siyang nagpakita sa sitwasyon sa kahintang sa kinabuhi sa tao. So pero na natin mga refined sugar, white sugar, o dahil pang klase na mga sugar. Pandan ato, sa ginagamit sa pagkaon sa pagkaon? Honey. Lugos. So ang lugos na yung siyang hari sa mga tampis. Ang lugos ang una ang gamit sa mga tauhan sa Middle Ages sa pagkaon sa ilang mga pagkaon. So ang ining pag-bake sa panahon sa Middle Age, nasa kini kalabutan sa simbahan o sa community. Kaya sa lahat nga kaya ang pagluto sa oven nato sagad dinahimo sa community o sa monasteryo. Kaya ang baho sa bagong niluto mapan, nahimo siyang nasimulo sa kalinaw o sa panaghiusa sa mga baryo. So mo na ang relation sa community o sa simbahan. So pagkatapos po sa 13th to 17th centuries, commercial baking developed in cities like London, Bakersfield, goods from cards and specialized pastries like gingerbread and fruit cakes appeared. Diba sa Middle Age, kaya ang panay mo siyang trabaho lang sa sumbaray ang naay pangkonsumo sa mga tao. Ang dili sa 13th to 17th century ang pag-bake sa pastries o sa banana. Nahimo na siya negosyo. So, sumala sa history dito sa London, magkita na tao ng panadero, managsusuok kariton, gamit nila ang kariton sa pamaligya o mga gingerbread and fruit cakes. So, sa early modern era, refined sugars may hold some rich ingredients like spices and dry fruits were introduced many cakes and pastries more luxurious. So, ang pag-bake dry, nahimo siyang ang pag-bake, nahimo simulo sa kahintang sa tao. So, di ba, ganyan sa Middle Ages na mag-ingon dito nga, ang pagkaon nagpakita siya sa kahintang sa tao. Dito sa early modern era, ang pag-bake nahimo simulo sa kahintang sa tao. Kana naman, tungod ay ang imong cake na ay asukal o lamas, nagpasabot na ikaw ang lahat. So, kadaling panahon na, kung nagsimok ang cake, kapag wala asukal o lamas, kubre dahil ang mga tao. Pag ilang cake na ay asukal o lamas, nagpasabot na nakikita ka na sa mga kapwa na sila ang lahat. So, pagkapos sa 19th century, Industrial Revolution brought mechanized production, refined flours, and the invention of physical luminaires like baking powder, making more efficient and accessible. Sa tinuod na kalambuan or ang tinuod na kasaban ay tagumpay sa 19th century panahon sa Industrial Revolution. Sa diha nga nauso ang mga hulmahan o ginatawag nato na baking powder. Tungod din ang pag-bake ay nahimo siyang mas paspas at mas dali hindi lang para sa mga experts kundi sa tanang tao nga gusto mag-bake. So sa pagsulod din ang panahon ay ang nahimo itawag nila nga fancy na panahon tungod kay tungod sa mga refined sugar, mga special na pangalan o mga lamas gikan sa lain nasod na nahimo bahan din kanila. So Therefore, sa 19th century, ang cake na nato siya lamas, asukar, o dried fruits, napakita na sa piningan, unahan ka. Diba sa early modern era, kung imang cake na siya asukar o lamas, napakita ka, unahan ka. Pagka 19th century na good, kung imang cake na nasa siya asukar, lamas, o dried fruits, napasabot na, alunahan ka. So, naalay progress pagkabot sa 19th century. So, pinatawag na danger sa kasaysayan sa pagkaon. So, pag-abot sa 20th century, baking transforms into a popular pastime at 1664, with cake decorating becoming elaborate for celebrations and innovations like commercial guests becoming standard. So, pag-abot sa 20th century, kung pag-bake wala na lang siyang isip na sa katrabaho sa asang balay, kung hindi mo na lang siya, linaw-linaw o pastime, or hindi mo na siya form of art. Kaya din sa 20th century, uso naman ang standardized yes, or commercial yes, kaya na naman siya mga dekorasyon sa cake. So, di ba? Sa 19th, gikan sa Middle Ages hanggang sa 19th century, wala pa ang mga dekorasyon sa cake or hindi na mga design. Kapag karoon sa 20th century, nanay mga designs sa cake, kung ikaw mag-celebrate. So, for example, na ikaw mag-order ka o cake sa online, di ba? Mag-ingon ka kung sa iyong gusto ma-design o kung sa size. Ano ba, dahil nga, mo pili sila, gusto sila sa pay the first. Kaalbo ka, Spider-Man. Dahil, mag-ingon sa mga kung sa size yung gusto sa cake. So, mga nalaman sa 20th century, nagka-standard na ang pag-bake. Ngayon mo sa finish ang creative expression. Nagpakita nga ang ikaw kung nakakaya sa pag-bake, creative expression. Pag hindi mo nga nakahiyas, hindi lang sasakay sa pag-bake, kundi pati nagsam sa pag-design o pag-decorate sa cake. So, bigas sa karaan na pa, nagituso sa tugos, antod sa high-tech artistic na pag-bake, na sama sa atong makita sa social media, tapos ang pag-bake di ay nahimo siya sa ka-tradisyon. Sa diha din nga mag-preheat ka sa oven, nang pagkita-pili nga, nagpadayon ka sa usa ka tradisyon na ginabuhat sa mga tao sa lagasan na tuig na ilabay.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is my report to identify the different baking ingredients. So the first one is flour. So there are two different types of flour: the cake flour and all-purpose flour. So the cake flour is one lang siya for the cake only. So the all-purpose flour pwede mo siya mas-steam sa bread or sa chicken. So sa cake flour has a lower protein, 7 to 9%, the finely milk for the soft wheat, creating a tender, moist, brown ideal for delivery cake. So, all-purpose flour is the primary ingredients for making bread. Especially kanang mag-bread ka or mag-ipon, mauna siya ang pinakauna dyan nga ingredients para makahimo ka o bread. As the next one is all-purpose flour. So it has moderate protein, 10 to 13% from a blend of wheat. It is structured for various bakes like bread and cookies, resulting in a firmer texture. So this is the also the primary ingredients in making a bread. So daghan pa ni siya o magamitan, dili lang siya sa sa bread. So the next one, isa ang nakapamilyar. Magdadiendo. Yes.
kanang difference sa cake flour o sa
Our cake flour is designed only for the specific lang siya sa cake. So ang all-purpose flour is pwede siya pang bread, pang chiffon, or any kind of bread pwede siya gamiton. So the next one is yes. So the yes is eukaryotic single-celled microorganism classified as member of the Homo kingdom. The first yes originated hundreds of millions of years ago, and at least 1,500 species are currently recognized. So ang yes is one siya ng pagpatubo siya sa bread. Okay yan lang yan. The baking soda. So the baking soda is a white crystalline chemical salt used primarily as a leavening agent in baking to make the rice. By proceeding carbon dioxide combined with acid. So aside from this, they put siya gamiton para pagpapatubo ang baking soda. So the baking powder. So baking powder is a dry chemical leavening agent composed of sodium, bicarbonate, a base or solid acid like cream of tartar, and cornstarch used to lighten texture and increase volume of baked goods. So pwede natin siya i-gamiton sa bread like kanang pwede natin siya i-gamiton sa bread. O na siya ang baking powder. So margarine is sorry. So the next one is margarine. It's a versatile and drinkable butter substitute invented in it is traditionally made from vegetable oils such as soybeans, canola, or sunflower, and water to form a sustainable emulsion. So margarine, pwede nato siya imuga ng pwede nato ni siya hindi ko mag-bake bitaw, hindi ko mag-bake dahil toppings nyo, di ba? Kaya pwede po siya nato while mag-bake ka mga law, pwede nyo siya libutang para hindi siya mapilit. O na ang gamit sa margarine. So the next one is liquid. So the egg. So are the highly nutritious versatile food products most commonly from chicken. So varies explanatory na kami kailan naman tawag siya. And that is one of para isalo sa bread. Like, na 100 ka ng mag-imo ka o cake kay dapat lahig yun egg white o sa inyo kasi pag isabol kasi na siya dili ma-form ang imong cake nga katong fluffy bitaw murag foam yun siya kay dili siya basta dili siya pwede isabol kaya ron manindot ang imong texture sa imong cake na fluffy. Kailangan nimo i-separate ang video para sa egg white. So, So the next one is milk. It's a nutrient-rich liquid food produced by the mammary glands or mammals, commonly sourced from cows, goat, and buffalo for human consumption. So milk is maybe made from gikuha siya sa buwan sa kanang cow, sa gasping. That is the source of the milk. So, ang kanang milk, pwede natin siya isagol sa bread para mas mo lamig pa ang bread. Kay, and that's all my part.
The next one is the sugar. Sugar is tasting soluble carbohydrate that provides a quick source of energy. So, magbuha mo bread so magsasabi mo sugar from production. Then the next one is salt, an essential mineral used to provide seasoning, food preservation, and industrial processes. So, ang salt, hindi lang para mas ugay na ang mga kuhaan, buhat mo bread, kami siya para mas ugay siya ugay sa the next one, the oil is a diverse mixture of wheat, carbohydrates, energy, water, fat, and mineral sources. Next one is the vanilla. It's a popular flavoring derived from the sweet pods of vanilla, California, Arabica, or in pieces. Next one, condensed milk is a cow's milk with approximately 60% of its water content, usually with sugar added to create a sweet and shelf-stable product, often used in desserts. So, magbutang ng condensed milk na masin ng wheat o malamig sugar. The tarts are versatile, shallow, open-based pastries known for their quick crust and often and lastly, the butter, a solid emulsion of fat, noodles, air, and water made with turning love for the use of food.
To summarize this topic, we learn about the home economics that developed through time to time and the different uses of kitchen tools and equipment and the ingredients of bread and pastry. And this is the group 1 and we're leaving you with this quote from Peter Reinhardt. So please read please.
So balancing time, temperature, and ingredients. That's the art of baking.
Peter